up, guys? Welcome to another Drumdums Drive. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and if you remember on the last one I said post in the comments your topics of discussion and I'll pick a few and I will discuss them for the next one. So today we're gonna pick up that Thor Ragnarok 4K Steelbook. I got my pre-order in for in-store pickup as insurance because I always recommend doing that. If you really want these releases, you got to get that in-store pickup in. So we're heading out. We're gonna do it. I might even get some lunch. I don't know. I have no idea what I want to get. I've been eating a lot of like Woody's Barbecue in Melbourne, Florida. Here we have a place called Woody's Barbecue, and it's delicious. For me, fries are important. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta have really good fries. I don't care how great the sandwich is. If I have shitty fries, it ruins the meal. So I'm always on the lookout for a place that has good fries as well as a good, main dish. And Woody's has really good fries. Not as good as Zaxby's. If you've kept up with my Drumdums Drives in the past, you know I love Zaxby's. And they do have Zaxby's here in Melbourne, which is nice. Let me take this parking thing off. It always gets in the way of the video. But I do have some topics here. Let's go ahead and get started. Got my list right here. But first one, we'll go movie man. He wants me to talk about comic book films, specifically MCU, and it couldn't be more fitting because I'm going to pick up an MCU film. I like what Marvel's doing with the MCU movies. I mean, they're great. Ooh, there's a cop right behind me, so I gotta be careful, guys. But okay, he's gone. You know what? I think the thing is like when you have 18 movies in like a franchise like the MCU, it can get a little overwhelming. But that's not to take anything away from the quality of the filmmaking. These are very well done movies. There is a formula there that they do stick to, and it works. So you can't really fault them for that. I have kind of a controversial opinion as far as which one is my favorite. That being The Incredible Hulk is still my favorite MCU movie. Now there is a little bit of nostalgia there because I grew up with the television series and I like that they paid homage to the television series. I loved Edward Norton as Bruce Banner. There's so many things about that movie that I love, and that movie does feel different in tone than, like, say, the last few years of Marvel movies. But I still do enjoy all the newer ones. This Thor movie is the best of the Thor movies, I will say that, and it does help that the Hulk is in the movie. Jeff Goldblum was great. There's just so many great things about this one. So, I mean, comic book talk, I could freaking talk for an hour. I could do a freaking stream on comic book movies. But just to scratch the surface, that's my thoughts on the MCU. The DCEU is really screwing themselves with what they did with Justice League. They won't stay the course and grow a pair of balls and actually, you know, stick with that darker theme. They tried to copy Marvel, and that's what screwed them for Justice League. They shouldn't have done that. They should have stayed the course. Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, I don't care about the hate they get. Those movies are freaking phenomenal. I love both of them. My opinion. So I think they should have stayed the course with those. So that's my comic book talk. Let's move on to the next question here. The Ender Hayden says, have you heard of a song from Marilyn Manson, and what's your favorite album? Yeah, I like Marilyn Manson. I actually saw him in concert at Rockville a couple years ago. He seemed a little drunk. He's getting, he's getting a little heavier, and I think that's affecting his performance. I know he recently had an accident, but Antichrist Superstar is my favorite album by Marilyn Manson. That one is, that is like the perfect album of the late 90s. I think it came out in the late 90s, early 2000s, maybe early 2000s. But Beautiful People's a great song. Tourniquet's one of my favorite songs on that album. So many good songs on that album. So yeah, that's my favorite one by him. And he's one of those artists that constantly changed his act up a little bit. And I think that was a smart move. You know, he's still pretty relevant today, actually. And I even behind the scenes, I like Marilyn Manson, how outspoken he is about things and how he is a very intelligent guy, actually. You can find interviews on YouTube where he freaking breaks really intelligent politicians down. You know, he's just a very intelligent guy. very well spoken. So yeah, I respect Marilyn Manson. Next question I got, Richard B says, which Michael Myers size do you prefer? Normal height Michael from the original or the almost 7 foot tall Michael from the remake? Of course I prefer Nick Castle. I think Nick Castle just had that walk, and I think Myers is supposed to be like a normal sized looking guy. He's not supposed to be a giant, you know, like a wrestler or something like that. He's not Jason. So I think you want to go as normal looking as possible, because he is pure evil, and evil can take the form of any person, any being, whatever. So I think it makes it a little bit more creepy if he's just a normal sized looking guy, you know, but more of a blank slate than anything. Even if he's a normal sized guy, you don't want him to act like a normal guy, if that makes any sense. You want him to act like just a complete blank slate, pure evil, no emotion, no caring, no nothing. And I think Nick Castle and George P. Wilbur are my 2 favorite portrayals of Myers. Having said that, Tyler Mane is the best part of the Rob Zombie movies, I think. Or at least the first one. The second one, I do love that movie for the way it dealt with, you know, how a trauma victim would, you know, deal with going through what they went through. And I think Scout Taylor Compton did a great job in that movie. But I'm getting off track here. But yeah, Tyler Mane is a great Myers, I think. Even though he's so big, he is pretty damn menacing. You know, I think you have to separate the zombie Myers movies from the regular Myers movies. I think if you do that, you can enjoy them a little bit more. We are about to head into Best Buy here in a minute, so I will pause on the questions, and we'll get ready to go in there, and I'll get some video footage, of course, and see what else came out today besides Thor Ragnarok. So stay tuned. All right, guys, pulling into Best Buy now. Let's see what they got. TVs. I'm actually going to get Batman Begins, because I have the Dark Knight and I have the Dark Knight Rises, but this might be like 27 bucks. I don't know, but I need to complete the trilogy, finally have it. And I had my my concerns that this wasn't going to look that great, like it wasn't going to be that good of an upgrade, but from what I've heard, they say it is a really good upgrade. So I'm definitely going to do it. I'm in the TV section right now. Looks pretty cool though. So I like my new Best Buy too. It's nice. Yeah, this is the one that I just got. I didn't do an unbox for it, but I didn't even plan on it. We just showed up and my wife said, "Hey, let's get you a new 4K TV." So that was pretty awesome. I'm feeling pretty froggy right now. I think I'm gonna go into one of those Blu-ray bins and just find like the cheapest horror movie that I can find. So let's see if I can find anything. Here we go. Guys, I dug through that freaking bin and I couldn't find a single horror movie. Are you kidding me? That's not acceptable. So I guess we're gonna go to the actual aisles, the shelves, and see if I can find one over there. This is perfect. I'm actually going to get the Jigsaw, the 4K. I have not seen this movie yet, and I've been getting a lot of requests to review the Saw series and rank them, so you know what? Might as well check out the new one. So here we go. I'm spending way too much money today. Okay guys, I got my releases. Screw it, I'll show it to you right now. I'll show you right in the middle of the video. Why not? I don't care. And then I'm going to go get some barbecue. I want to show you where I go get my barbecue. And then I'm going to answer these last questions too while I'm on the way to get my barbecue. But here is the, let me take this off. There's the Thor Ragnarok 4K Steelbook. Gorgeous. Oh yeah. Looking forward to watching this on the 4K tonight. And then I got Batman Begins, completed the trilogy. Love all three of these movies. And I got Jigsaw. I haven't seen Jigsaw yet, and I love getting horror on 4K, so yeah, this will be awesome. So now, let's go get some barbecue, all right? And I got more questions here. Let me tee up the next question before I leave. This one's from Vic Rogue. He says, hey Lee, here's a question for you. In the future, if you could direct a sequel to a horror film, write, produce, etc., what would it be and where would it go? It can't be Halloween, and it can't be anything that is slated to have a sequel in production. My answer to that, and let me get out of here, it's gotta be The Collector. Just because I'm so like into that franchise right now. I recently just reviewed the first two movies, the only two movies. I am on such a high, like I want another Collector movie so bad. The kills are so original in this franchise. What are you doing, buddy? Let me get out of here, hold on. Road rage. I just love the Collector as a character himself, so I would love for the third movie, go ahead sir. I would love for the third movie to, it's really busy right now. I would love for the third movie to explore the Collector without giving away too much, but maybe, you know, every movie, because like I said in my collection review, I would like 5 of these movies, and maybe every movie give you a little bit more, but without giving too much. See, we've had him in like an isolated environment, and then we've had him in like a big club environment. So maybe let's make him mobile. Let's put him in the city somewhere, and let's, you know, because this guy's pretty resourceful. He's pretty crafty. So I bet he could do some damage on the move. So let's do that. I think that's a good idea. What do you guys think? So that's my answer to that question. I am pulling in to get my barbecue here. It's really close to the Best Buy, actually. All right, guys, as you just saw, I got the barbecue, and I'm starving. Every day for lunch, I go out to a place and I grab some food. And that's the nice thing about the new place I moved to, Melbourne. Look at those fries, oh goodness. There are, I think there's like over 1,700 restaurants locally here, so you could find a new restaurant just about every day for years. But here's the, it's messy, but there's the barbecue sandwich. That's good. That is good. Anyway, that's it. That's my Drumdums Drive for today. Post in the comments any questions you got or topics for the next one. The next one will probably be The Last Jedi, because I already have that one pre-ordered. And what do you think of these Drumdums Drives? I got barbecue sauce on my mouth. I enjoy doing these. These are fun. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Come over to Killer Flicks, where we talk horror all day and every day. And on Fridays, we do Free for All Fridays. Follow me at Drumdums on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, and now Stardust. If you like what I'm doing, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. And barbecue sauce, bitch.